All right, we're good to go.
Good evening and welcome. I'd like to call the Henrietta Town Board meeting for May 12, 2021 to order. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Here.
Councilmember Stafford, Councilmember Safranek,
Here.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Here.
Supervisor Schultz.
Here. We'll begin tonight with a short silent prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I'm going to do stuff slightly out of order. First up, we have I'm going to jump right to the public hearing presentation, the Antoinette Brown Blackwell Woman of the Year Award and ABB scholarships. Was there someone who was going to be talking from ABB?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. This is Tina Thompson. I'd like to introduce the president of the Antoinette Brown Blackwell Society Board of Directors, Martha Hope.
Good evening to everyone and to our town supervisor, the town board, and certainly the board members of the Antoinette Brown Blackwell Society. I am in North Carolina, Charlotte, where the gas lines are incredible. And I send greetings from Charlotte, North Carolina to our awardees tonight. We salute you tonight and we celebrate you. And we thank the town board for allowing us to be a part of your meeting. This is our 38th annual celebration, and we appreciate you so much, and we want you to know that. I would like to leave just a few words with our honorees for tonight. A quote by Maya Angelou, and it says, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." And I would like to pass that on to our honorees for tonight, because you have contributed so much to the town of Henrietta. And we know that you're going to do wonderful, wonderful, awesome things in the future as you contribute to the world itself. So congratulations again. And I hope that life gives you nothing but blessings. Martha Hope.
Thank you, Martha. Next, I would like to ask Anita Hawkins to present our scholarship winner.
Good evening. I'm Anita Hawkins, Chair of the Scholarship Committee. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I'm excited and proud to announce the Antoinette Brown Blackwell Scholarship winner for 2021. The ABB Society has been awarding scholarships for 37 years to young Rush Henrietta students who are pursuing higher education. In the beginning, our scholarship award was $500, but over time, we were able to raise it to $1,500. Our 48th recipient this year is Grace Nuval. Let me share with you some of her achievements, which illustrate her community service, intellect, and leadership. Grace is an extraordinary young lady. She's intelligent, hardworking, and committed to success in all that she does. Grace's record demonstrates that she has compassion, leadership, and a commitment to service. She is a superior student in every way. Her dedication to learning scientific skills and natural curiosity has impressed us. Grace's many academic awards and achievements are evident of her scholarship. She was awarded the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Love Overcomes Scholarship, given by the Interracial Clergy Council of Henrietta. She has been on the honor roll, nominated Student of the Month, and given certificates of recognition for outstanding character, American citizenship, and the President's Education Award in recognizing outstanding academic achievement. Grace is also a member of the French Honor Society and has received a varsity letter in track and field. She runs cross country, plays soccer, and is a gymnast. And she likes to hunt. Grace is a wonderful person to have in our community. She is always doing something to help others. She has found a way to put her faith into action. Grace volunteers in her church, Henrietta United Church of Christ, by helping with childcare, youth activities, vacation Bible school, and Sunday school. Grace has reached out to the broader community by serving during Mission Week in the summertime. There, she demonstrated her leadership skills while helping at Selma Nutrition Center, Place of Hope, Food Link, and Sanctuary House. She has also beautified neighborhoods by planting local gardens. You can find Grace at the Hostess Station in the Red Robin Restaurant on Jefferson Road. Grace wants to be a nurse and has a strong interest in being an Army nurse. She is in the process of applying for Army ROTC. She participated in the University of Rochester School of Nursing Explorers Learning Program. There she learned how to suture, draw blood, give CPR, and even observe a hip replacement surgery. Grace will be attending Roberts Wesleyan College this fall. On behalf of all the members of the Antoinette Brown Blackwell Society, we wish you continued success as you embark upon the next chapter of your life. Congratulations, Grace. And Grace, do you have something that you would like to say to the board?
I want to say thank you for selecting me as the recipient of Antoinette Brown Blackwell Scholarship. This scholarship has special meaning to me because my great-great-aunt Ruth Van Oostran was the first recipient of this scholarship in 1983. I'm also pleased to be recognized with Mrs. Anita, who I know from Rush Henrietta, and her work with the after-school program I attended at Crane, as well as at the Rec Center. Living in Henrietta and attending Rush Henrietta schools gave me the opportunity to learn and grow in a very diverse school population. Throughout my education and life experiences, I've learned from others how important it is to accept and listen to others for who they are. I'm excited for my future education where I will learn to make a difference for others. I've been accepted to Roberts Wesleyan College as a nursing student, and I will also be a part of the Army ROTC program through SUNY Brockport. In the Army, I will have the opportunity to meet and work with people from all over the United States, as well as from around the world. I intend to value my peers, colleagues, and patients just as I value those I served through my Mission Week experiences. I fully understand that being a nurse and joining the Army takes teamwork, dedication, and perseverance. I'm proud to make that commitment and make a positive difference in the lives of others, just as Antoinette Brown Blackwell did. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Next, I would like to introduce Patty Ziner, and she will present the Henrietta Woman of the Year.
I'd like to interrupt a second so we can get a round of applause. Job well done, and great to see what you're going to be doing going forward.
Very impressive. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
Thank you, Patty.
Now they're letting me. Thank you. I'm ready.
You. Someone's got a bunch of background noise.
That's me. Now it's being back there, and it's not good. It's not good. The Antoinette Brown Blackwell Society is honored to present you, Anita Tikachek, with the 2021 Woman of the Year Award. Anita is our 38th annual Woman of the Year recipient. Following in the footsteps of Antoinette Brown Blackwell, your outstanding dedication and leadership and contributions to Rush Henrietta qualify you as very deserving of this award. This is not good, honey. Oh. Excuse me a second, please. I'm going to mute myself just for a second.
People behind her?
Yeah. She's currently in a public space trying to find a quieter location. No, it's the speaker.
I apologize. I'm going to start again. So, Anita, my apologies. The Antoinette Brown Blackwell Society is honored to present you, Anita Tikachek, with the 2021 Woman of the Year Award. Anita is our 38th annual Woman of the Year recipient. Following in the footsteps of Antoinette Brown Blackwell, your outstanding dedication, leadership, and contributions to Rush Henrietta qualify you as very deserving of this award. Antoinette Brown Blackwell was the first ordained Protestant woman minister in the United States. She was born in Henrietta in 1829. She was a teacher, abolitionist, prohibitionist, and Antoinette was a tireless proponent of education, rights, and the vote for women. Antoinette voted legally in 1920 and died 1 year later in 1921 at age 97. Anita, your compassion to our children, their well-being and future success inspired us to choose you. Countless families have benefited from your efforts and your dedication to them. We humbly offer you our enthusiastic congratulations. Congratulations, Anita. So, Anita, if you would like to speak, you can say what you were planning to say.
Thank you, Patty, and thank you for those kind words. I'm so honored, humbled, and frankly was a little surprised to receive this award by Antoinette Brown Blackwell Society. After this wonderful group of women left my office on a Monday in April, I still could not believe that I was receiving this award. So I thought I'd better check out the why. I found out this award is given to women residing in Henrietta who's inspired others towards the common good, whereas through her actions as a role model, made an effective and significant contribution to community and society. This discovery led me to look into finding out more about Antoinette Brown Blackwell. Antoinette was born in Henrietta in a devout family. When she grew up, she became a teacher, then studied theology, and became, in 1853, the first woman in the U.S. to be an ordained minister. Antoinette Brown Blackwell was part of a unique group of 19th century women who addressed the areas of injustice, advocated for reform. This included women's rights, slavery, and other injustices. She was truly a leader of her time. Learning of all this, I was even more bewildered, and I feel for that most of my life, I was just in the right place at the right time. I was given a gift, which is the opportunity to live and work in a wonderful community like Henrietta. Through my involvement in my community and my position at the Parks and Recreation Department, I have been blessed to work with so many wonderful people and have learned so much from them. This includes the preschoolers, the youth, the families, senior citizens, my co-workers, and especially my family. I just try to be my best for them because they are truly the ones who inspire me. In light of all this, I'm forever honored to receive this award And I promise I will continue to do my best to help others in my community and to represent the legacy of Antoinette Brown Blackwell. Thank you.
So Anita, one of those former coworkers, former town supervisor, currently Monroe County legislator, was here. Because of the lateness of the earlier meeting, he had to leave, but I believe he is online and would like to say something. Mike? Are you?
To unmute, can you hear me now?
We can hear you, yep.
Okay, great. Good evening, everyone. Supervisor Schultz, members of the town board, members of the Antoinette Brown Blackwell Society Board of Directors, and especially tonight's honorees. I'm honored to join you tonight as a member of the county legislature to join you in honoring Grace and Anita. Grace, every year I'm amazed by the accomplishments of the ABB scholarship winner, but especially this year. Your involvement in school, church, and community is admirable. And I can't frankly figure out how you cram so many activities in and maintain such an impressive academic record. You clearly will be a leader in the community for years to come, and congratulations. It's been my pleasure to participate in many of these ceremonies over the years. I think I was at the very first one, but tonight might be the most satisfying one yet. A couple months ago, when Shelley Garino contacted me and asked me about writing a letter of support for Anita, it really felt like coming full circle. There's no doubt that two of the best moves I made in my time as first recreation director and then supervisor were hiring Shelley and Anita as full-time employees. I say nice things about Shelley whenever I visit the senior center. Tonight is Anita's turn. Anita, as has been mentioned, first worked for us in the recreation department, helping to run our preschool play group. That's more years ago than either one of us would probably care to admit. Her devotion to the children and the families made it clear that she was the right person to coordinate not only that program, but our after-school program and our summer playground program. And her portfolio continued to grow as we brought her on full-time. The large complement of recreation programs offered by the town that are so important for our children are in large part due to her efforts. Her commitment to the community does not stop there, though, as has been said. She volunteers with the RH Interracial Clergy Council to promote equity and celebrate the diversity of Henrietta. Many people are raising one of their grandchildren full-time, as Anita is. Many people would be overwhelmed by that alone, but Anita realized there were others experiencing the same thing and formed a discussion support group for them and actually became the facilitator. Always more interested in giving recognition than receiving it. Anita coordinates the important annual Youth Hall of Fame Awards, recognizing the accomplishments of young people in the community. Countless numbers of families have benefited from her efforts and dedication. I can't think of more deserving of recognition. Congratulations to both of tonight's honorees, and the county legislature has provided certificates of honor for both of you. Thank you for the opportunity to join you.
Thank you, Mike Kittleson, County Legislator for part of Henrietta. I'm going to second those. My kids went through those preschool programs years ago. That's where I first met Anita. It's been a pleasure working with her. Her dedication to the town and to the people in the town is unmatched, and just absolute pleasure working with you. Thank you so much, Anita.
Thank you for everything. Thank you for all the kind words. Thank you, Michael. And congratulations to you, Grace, as well. You're so deserving. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pam Grunman also has her hand raised. We're not done praising you yet. Yeah. Pam?
Hi.
I just want to say on behalf of all the employees of the Recreation Department, congratulations. I'm very proud of you and honored to work with you, and you are just actually very, very deserving of this award. And I thank Shelley for having this great idea.
Thank you so much. I'm just so lucky to work in such a wonderful place as this, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
And then we have also the signed certificates of merit for Grace and Anita signed by the town board. So we'll get those out to you too as well.
I'd like to say congratulations to Grace. I didn't get to tell you at the Martin Luther King Award that you received, but I'm very proud of your accomplishments. And once again, congratulations on this award, Grace. And to Anita, all the things you do for our town and the families is remarkable. Thanks for what you do and keep doing it.
And Mr. Supervisor, if I may, please introduce Phyllis Wickerham from Senator Gallivan's office. She would
Great.
like to say a few words.
Thank you, Tina. I'm Phyllis Wickerham. I am a representative for Senator Pat Gallivan's, and I want to thank you for inviting me tonight as his representative to present certificates of recognition to the honorees of the Antoinette Brown Blackwell Society's annual awards. Grace, I am pleased to present this recognition to Grace on behalf of Senator Gallivan. Your commitment to your community is remarkable and deserving of a scholarship that honors your efforts. Congratulations. Anita Tickachek is especially deserving of this recognition. I have known Anita for over 30 years, and the resume that you have all heard spoken about does not nearly cover the scope of Anita's commitment to her community. It is my honor to be able to recognize her on behalf of Senator Gallivan. Congratulations. You are well deserving.
Thank you, Phyllis. I so appreciate the kind words. And time has gone by fast.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Thank you for all of your service.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I also would like to add that I have two proclamations, one for Grace and one for Anita from Harry Bronson's office. And I will be delivering these proclamations and certificates to you tomorrow. Unless there's someone from the town board who would like to say something, this will complete our awards program. And I'd like to add my congratulations to both our honorees.
I'd just like to add, I can't imagine two more deserving individuals. Grace, your accomplishments are just amazing, and your choice of careers and colleges as a Roberts Wesleyan alum, I think, are fantastic, and much best wishes to you in your future endeavors. And Anita, you have touched so many in this town. I know personally, I always appreciate the way that you look out for my little guy whenever he's participating in the rec programs and all the work and dedication. I can't be more pleased that with the committee's selection.
Thank you.
Grace, congratulations. What an impressive young woman you are. I'm just baffled by all that you do, and it's such a young age, and I know that you're going to go so far, and so pleased that you got this scholarship. And Anita, I just adore you. I've gotten to spend so much time with you since I've been on the town board, and I just do not know where you get your energy from, your compassion, the kindness that you show to everybody. I think you're the Energizer Bunny. You just go and go. It's just so amazing to me, and was so pleased when I heard that you were getting this. You are so deserving of this. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I didn't know if you heard me before, but for Grace, congratulations, and very, very impressive for somebody at such a young age.
Thank you.
Anita, I want to, thank you for everything you do for the community, and congratulate you on this well-deserved award.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Mr. Supervisor and members of the town board.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks to everything the ABB Society does. It's a great addition to our town. Okay. I'm going to resume the normal order. So can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
Supervisor Schultz, I make a motion to approve the minutes of preceding meeting on April 28th, 2021.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranik,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolzner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye. I just realized I probably should have had my laptop powered up. And we don't have the actual certificate, so I can't read the certificate itself. Does anybody have the first resolution,
Yep.
Andy? Thank you. This is one that I have to read. Oh, sure. It's the problem with touchscreens.
All right.
Thank you. Fellow board members, whereas John Wagner has achieved the rank of Eagle Scout in, oh, hold on a second. I think I have a cut and paste error here. Just want to check something here. No, okay, I got the right one. Okay, sorry. Phew, just making sure. Put these together. I did two of them at the same time, so I was cross-pollinating. Sorry, let me start again. Whereas John Wagner has achieved the rank of Eagle Scout and Boy Scout Troop Number 7, and whereas to achieve that rank, John earned merit badges in 37 different disciplines, including disability awareness, music, and climbing. But salesmanship, his first merit badge earned, holds a special place for him. And whereas during his time in Scouts, John held the positions of bugler, assistant patrol leader, senior patrol leader, and chapter chief of the Black Creek District in the Order of Arrow, and secretary for the NA 3A section of the Order of the Arrow, as well as being Venturing Youth president with the Seneca Waterways Council and president of Cruise 7 for 3 years. And whereas John is a senior in Rush Henrietta Senior High School and will be pursuing mechanical engineering in college, and during his high school years has attended the National Youth Leadership Training and has served as a counselor and lifeguard at Camp Cutler Summer Camp. And whereas for his Eagle project, John created a sensory riding trail for the Purple Pony in Leroy, an equine center that provides therapeutic horsemanship opportunities for riders with disabilities, and it was able to complete the project even as the pandemic struck and created numerous obstacles for the project. Therefore, be it resolved that the Henrietta Town Board joins the Genesee Valley Fire Department, sponsors of Troop 7, in the recognizing the achievement and honor of John Wagner in attaining the rank of Eagle Scout.
Second.
So, you know, as I've said with these before, when I read some of the stuff of the scholarship winners, the Eagle Scouts, I always feel like such a slacker. It's amazing what these individuals are doing. And then when you consider the age at what they're doing them, it's even more astounding. I think so far, I think John just took the record for the most merit badges from any of these we've done during my tenure.
Yeah.
And again, a huge number of recognition and just very well deserving. So kudos to John and all he's done. Anyone else?
Congratulations on everything, John.
Congratulations, John. As a Boy Scout mom myself, I know the work and dedication that it takes, and I wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Congratulations, John. Very impressive, and I'm certain that you're going to go far.
John, you did a great job with this. I'm kind of interested in the salesmanship first badge, that merit and what it entailed. But it looks very impressive, the sensory trail that you made. So congratulations.
Any further discussion? Is there anybody online who would wish to speak? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranik,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolzner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor, fellow town board members, I have Resolution 10-118, 2021, Whereas Naomi Urban has achieved the rank of Eagle Scout and Boy Scout Troop 2020, becoming one of the first female members of the Boy Scouts, along with fellow troop member Caitlin Hoyt, awarded Eagle Scout in the Seneca Waterways Council. And whereas to achieve that rank, Naomi earned merit badges in 21 different disciplines, including personal management and family life, which she believes will help her in her future pursuits. And whereas during her time in Scouts, Naomi held the positions of scribe, assistant patrol leader, senior patrol leader, junior assistant scoutmaster, and assistant scoutmaster, and has been nominated by her troop members for participation in the Order of the Arrow. And whereas Naomi's college plans were interrupted by the pandemic since she's graduating high school in 2020, she still plans to take business classes while exploring her creative pursuits towards her goal of becoming an entrepreneur. And whereas her Eagle Scout project, Naomi refurbished the senior high classroom in Penfield United Methodist Church, including coordinating the work of 25 people for 227 plus hours put into the project. Therefore, be it resolved that the Henrietta Town Board joins the Penfield United Methodist Church sponsors of Troop 2020 in recognizing the achievement and honor of Naomi Urban in attaining the rank of Eagle Scout.
Second.
So just to be clear, because the way I wrote it may not have been crystal clear, Naomi and her fellow troop member Caitlin are the first female recipients of the first female scouts to be awarded Eagle Scout in the Seneca Waters Council. For those who aren't familiar, that's the council that covers the greater Rochester area and beyond. So impressive feat. And, you know, it's you guys will always be first.
So is Caitlin also a member of Scout Troop 2020?
She is. She's just not, as I understand, she's not a Henrietta resident. So basically, Naomi becomes the first Henrietta female resident to be named, to be awarded Eagle Scout.
Fantastic. Awesome.
So,
Naomi, congratulations. You know, great achievement.
Congratulations. It takes a lot of dedication to do what you do, and we're very proud of you.
Congratulations, Naomi. It's awesome that you decided to join the Boy Scouts and to just be so successful at it. And what a great role model you are for other girls.
and so I will be attempting to attend these, the Eagle ceremonies. I'll send out the information in case anybody else is able to attend. I believe the first one is this weekend, and the next one, if you'll notice, we added John. Well, I mentioned it. We discovered that originally we thought we were going to be able to do his at the next meeting, but then discovered that his Eagle ceremony is just prior to the next meeting, so we rushed it into here. But you know, again, I'll tell you, it's definitely it's one of the more fun parts of this job is being able to go to these things and you know, if you go, you might want a tissue or two, especially when they start talking about who inspired them, and they have to pin it on. So they're really neat ceremonies. And again, as most of you know, the amount of work that you have to put in to become an Eagle Scout, it's a many years of dedication, and it's easy to see why Eagle Scouts are so successful, because if they have that kind of commitment and dedication, it applies to regular life as well. So again, congratulations to both John and Naomi, and glad to have you as part of our community.
Mr. Supervisor, I have resolution.
Actually, I just realized I didn't call the roll.
Didn't
I
call
do
the
that
roll.
all- I know, I forget to do that all the time.
Is there any online comments?
Any online comments? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Now, Mr. Supervisor and fellow board members, I have resolution 10-119, 2021 to authorize bills payable for May 12th, 2021.
Second.
Any discussion? As you may have seen to the board members, the vast majority of this particular bill's payment is our, one of the payments for the work we've been doing with the sewers through the community development block grants. Anything from the audience or online? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz and fellow board members, I have Resolution 10-120, 2021, to authorize the supervisors to sign letters in support of 2 local farms in efforts to obtain grant funding from the New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets.
Seconded.
Any discussion? So again, as part of our farmland protection plan, we're very much interested in whatever we can do to help preserve farms. One of the things that can be done to help those farms modernize is to be able to sell property development rights. The way that's handled in this particular case, it's a grant through the State Department of Agriculture and Markets. They provide a grant, and it essentially places an agricultural easement on the property. It's being done through our partners with Genesee Land Trust. They're the ones who are putting forth the grant proposals and approached us about supporting them. So it's a neat program. Hopefully they'll be awarded and can get the needed capital in order to modernize some of their equipment. Anything online? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz and fellow board members, I have resolution number 10-121, 2021, to authorize the supervisor to execute professional services agreements with Labella Associates for subdivision mapping and regulated building material inspections to complete the re-subdivision and purchase of Good Shepherd Church and Burger Farmhouse.
Second. So we're basically Roland from the town from engineering has been helping us. And basically we're ready to close. So reached out to Andy Whitmore from the school district, and we've put the town attorney and the school district attorney together to get everything necessary to do closing. So we should hopefully see closing fairly soon. And then we'll be filing the subdivision as well as the transfer of deed. So should be happening fairly soon.
And we're thinking that might be as early as May 31st.
Well, before May 31st.
Before
yeah.
May 31st.
That's our goal.
Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Any other questions, comments? Anything online? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye. Fellow board members, I have resolution 10-122, 2021, to call for a public hearing for a proposed local law to update the ethics code.
Second.
My laugh was just as I was reading it, my screen decided to say, do you want to update? No. So again, thanks to the ethics board and all the work they've put in on this, especially Bob Cook. Looking forward to improvements, what I consider significant improvements, strengthening of our ethics code, both from the addition of annual review of conflicts of interests, financial disclosure statements, as well as, well, I guess, what did we finally, is that the term? Financial disclosure forms, okay. There's a discussion as to what the name of that form should be. And then as well as adding some role and structure to the Board of Ethics to allow it to issue statements regarding ethics complaints brought before the town by residents. In its current form, the residents do not have the ability to bring something to the Ethics Board. So any other comments, discussion? Anything online? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor, fellow town board members, I have Resolution 10-123, 2021, to call for a public hearing for a proposed local law to update the list of no parking zones to include cul-de-sacs that are too small or otherwise unsupportive of on-street parking.
Second.
So again, originally we would have done this as part of the other local law, but I had missed the list. We didn't get it put together in time for the local law has to be out a week before the public hearing. And so we decided to add it to do it separately as this one. I encourage anybody who lives on a cul-de-sac or dead-end street, if you want to go check to see if your street's on there, if you've got an issue with your street being on there, please let us know at the public hearing. You know, some of them we may consider alternatives. I suspect we won't consider alternatives because they'll be too dangerous. But this is just, you know, again, updating the list of no parking zones to include those cul-de-sacs that are too small or there's other reasons why it makes sense to not have them. And again, an example of another reason is one of them has a crash gate for emergency access for a multifamily housing complex. And so we would never want that blocked to where an emergency vehicle couldn't get through. Any other comments, questions?
Are the residents on these cul-de-sacs going to be notified because of this public hearing?
I don't know that there was plans to send an email or send a letter out to every single one of the residents.
There's a plan to put up signs though, right? In those cul-de-sacs?
We could take a look at doing that.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe it might be a good idea, just so they're not surprised at the end of the day that all of a sudden.
Yeah, even if it was a postcard or something like
Yeah,
that.
just, that's what I was thinking, a postcard that.
Okay, we'll take a look at that.
Okay.
Anything else? Anything online? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
All right.
Mr. Supervisor and fellow board members, I have Resolution 10-124, 2021, to award the facilities building project bid to Whitney East, Inc.
Second.
So in the discussion at the engineering meeting, after the bids came in, the bid for the framing portion was very high because, again, wood prices are high. This one is a little bit high. I just don't know that it's going to come down tremendously. And if we can get the foundation and the masonry walls done during the warmer weather, it would actually allow us to do the framing later on. There's nothing that in the masonry that would be any worse the wear for being exposed to the weather. What that also would allow us to do then is replace and restore the grass and, and prevent any potential runoff. We can get rid of the temporary fencing and put back in the permanent fencing, but then we would add the, we would do the framing. We're hoping that, so basically we have some retirees at the MM2 level, and all the individuals at MM3 who were ready or interested in being promoted up will have done so. And so we're going to be looking at hiring an MM2 from the outside. And we're specifically looking for someone with framing experience because we have a number of these framing jobs, and we really could use somebody who can direct and run that show. And so if we're able to have that person in place, then we would take a look at doing this ourselves in the fall/winter. Gotcha. And therefore save the town a lot of money that way. So that's our goal. But like I said, I wanted to at least get so this is the foundation, the flooring, and the masonry walls. It would not, so there was someone who had a concern as to would there be an open, no, this would be, we'd have a finished floor. The only thing we would do is the floor drain would not be connected into the sanitary sewer yet. It would feed out towards the storm sewer, because without a roof on it, it's basically going to fill with rainwater. So, but otherwise, you'll have 4-foot high walls and open doorways where the doors would otherwise go, but there won't be any holes in the ground. It'll be a concrete floor. I know that was a concern somebody had raised, so I just wanted to make it clear.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? Anything online? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Fellow board members, I have Resolution 10-125, 2021, to appoint Tracy Sun as the student member of the Youth Board.
Seconded.
If you didn't read the resume and associated with this application, I strongly encourage you to do so. Again, it's impressive what our youth in town are doing. Anybody who thinks that our youth are just slackers who only play video games, not the case.
Welcome to the board, Tracy. Thank you for volunteering your time.
Any other comments?
Just like to thank the social worker counselor at the high school who wrote her reference letter, Michael Epic. It was really impressive, like you said, her resume and everything she does.
Hearing nothing further, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz and fellow board members, I have resolution number 10-126, 2021, whereas Dave Thomas has donated rubber mat golf tees to the Lookup Park Disc Golf Course, and whereas the rubber mat golf tees were received by the Recreation Director, therefore be it resolved that the Henrietta Town Board acknowledges this donation and thanks Dave Thomas for his generosity.
Second. Any further comment?
It's just very much appreciated. I think that was something that I'm sure that people that play disc golf there are going to really appreciate.
I agree. Hearing nothing further, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolzner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye. Fellow board members, I have Resolution 10-127, 2021. Whereas Heather and Don Lancet have donated $1,000 to the Henrietta Public Library, and whereas a check in the amount of $1,000 was received by the library director, therefore be it resolved that the Henrietta Town Board acknowledges this donation and thanks the Lancet family for their generosity.
Second.
As was noted Monday, this is not the first time the Lancets have been so generous with the library. We really appreciate their generosity and all they do for the library.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Anything online? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolzner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor, fellow town board members, I have Resolution 10-128, 2021, to make appropriate budget transfers and budget adjustments per the 2021 adopted budget and additional funding in 2021 from the state.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek is what I'm trying to say.
Aye.
Councilmember Bolzner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor and fellow board members, I have Resolution 10-129, 2021, to hire personnel and make attached changes.
Second.
Any discussion? Anything online? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolzner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz and fellow board members, I have Resolution 10-130, 2021, to authorize the establishment of a committee to guide the creation of a Educators Grove in Hoskins Park.
Seconded.
So thank you to everybody who volunteered to be on this committee, even those individuals who I volunteered to be on this committee. Look forward to what comes forth. And a special thank you to Sarah Hogan, who not only volunteered to be the Conservation Board representative, but she's also going to help with some of the preliminary design using her experience as a designer at EDR.
That's great.
Fantastic.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolzner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz and fellow board members, I have resolution number 10-131, 2021, to authorize the Director of Finance to enter into an agreement with M&T Bank for Visa credit cards.
Second. So I've been very frustrated with the current credit card, especially since they only allow, I'm the only one who can call when there's issues. I swear the bank doesn't know how to handle business credit cards. So we've had good discussions with M&T Bank. They're going to do have multiple people who will be able to answer the questions. And we're actually even going to have a couple different credit cards to handle the different people's. They'll have different limits based on different individuals' spending authority.
Right.
Including they have the ability to turn on and off the credit card. So it can normally sit off, and when you hand it to somebody, you can turn it on, they can use it, and then you can turn it back off. So it'll be a lot better from a security standpoint for the town. And again, a lot better from a customer service standpoint, because they also, the old credit card couldn't seem to understand that we buy things from Amazon for the town.
Right.
I swear every time we'd
Saves
make a
money.
purchase from Amazon, it would get flagged, and we wouldn't get a notification. And then the next 4 or 5 purchases would all get stopped. It was so annoying. So I'm so glad about this one. Sorry for my little rant. I needed to get that off. I feel much better. Any further comment? As if that wasn't enough? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolzner,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye. That concludes our resolutions. I know we have an item of public discussion from someone who has been patiently sitting through this, including the additional time that was unexpected due to how long the special use permit meeting went.
Whichever one you want.
So then just introduce yourself and.
Is it on?
I think that microphone is off.
Yeah.
And you can have your mask down. Yep.
Either way, whichever way you feel comfortable.
Okay. Hi, I'm Melissa Grove. I live at 433 Middle Road. Could I lay out some items on this table? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And if you want to use that mic right there so you can stay where you're at.
Sure.
Thank you.
You give those to me. Thank you, Melissa. We won't make her work too hard. Oh. I thought it was more than one.
Okay. Hi, Melissa Grove, 433 Middle Road. Thank you for sharing information regarding the COVID Relief Act projects in both the Henrietta happenings and the state of the town today. I too agree Middle Road north of the 90 and south of Lehigh Station Road should be #1 priority for getting COVID relief aid for water hookup. I know I may be repeating myself, but only do so in order to share facts with the town, like on the record. Our section of Middle Road, there's 11 residences on wells, is at particular risk for water contamination. In May of 2016, Tucker Printer on Middle Road was fined $318,000 for dumping and other environmental violations. And us residents were not personally notified, but learned of this reading the news. Just this past Saturday, a tractor trailer crashed behind our neighborhood, shut down the thruway, spilling 6,500 gallons of heated liquid sucrose. And ever since then, I have been very jittery. And that's a joke. We also have near future development of mini storage 3 houses down from me. Public water would ease my concerns of possible pollutants. Many storage customers may dump, including but not limited to used oil, paint, and cleaning products. I do not feel our well water is very safe with new industry, the spills dumping happening surrounding our neighborhood. In order to help bring support from the town in bringing our neighborhood water, I did start a petition, which I provided Bob a copy. Last I checked, we did have 100 signatures from people who either reside or own business or reside in the RH school district in support of bringing water to our little section. So in there, I go into detail about the quality wreaking havoc on our homes and wallets in the petition. Residents may find it in the Henrietta Happenings Facebook group. Lastly, I would like to share pictures, which I already passed out, that are evidence of our extremely poor well water quality. I also brought my kids like sippy cups without the lids, some jeans to show like what the white streaks look like, and the mineral deposits on our dishes when this comes out of the dishwasher. So I would soak this in like white vinegar distilled with some, or mixed with some water to get that off. And then lastly, I did have some questions for the board. The first would be, is there a time frame as to when the COVID Relief Act could begin?
We don't know that yet. So, and I always call it the COVID Relief Act. Its real name is, I think it's the American Recovery Plan Act. We have, I believe there's a seminar tomorrow to go over some of the stuff. You know, one of the problems with that particular the act is written, whoever wrote it doesn't understand municipal water or sewer. And I say that because they basically said that the funds can be used for improvement of water or sewer infrastructure as long as it benefits the entire town. Well, there is no such thing, right? Even if you were to build a water treatment plant, which of course that's the county, not the town, it doesn't help people on well water, right? And so I think what they're really going for is they didn't want it benefiting single properties. They wanted it benefiting a neighborhood or a community. So hopefully that's what we're bringing our recommendation back to our elected officials, that when they, you know, and to get it to the people who are doing the clarifications on those, we'll get that out. As far as when the money becomes available, 2.3 million of that comes this year. How much of that will be available for infrastructure? I was ballparking, well, I had it on the State of the Town address today. I want to say it was like in the $300,000 to $500,000 range. As I said to you via email, I see this as our top priority for water. So first off, it's water or sewer. I prioritize water over sewer. You know, septic is a perfectly fine solution for removal of sanitary waste. Whereas wells had traditionally been good, as you start to, you know, as you get more impermeable surfaces, then what happens is less groundwater soaks in throughout the area. Therefore, your water tables tend to be less diluted and thus higher concentration of minerals and such. In addition, when this area was rezoned industrial, you know, it means it's now prone to the potential groundwater contamination that you mentioned. And not just from spills, but even also just from parking lot runoff from trucks. Trucks typically have a larger amount of potential runoff risk than automobiles. So, you know, the instant we can spend any of that money, this will be one of the first things we'll go through. It's also, though, not even the only avenue we're exploring. We're also exploring that we do drag along infrastructure with the Freemasons who are building a senior living facility further south on Middle Road. I do not have a start date from them. We don't even have plans from them yet. So unfortunately, I can't give you start dates other than to say that if and when we get the money and approval to be able to do this, this area would be our top priority. I will just follow it up for anybody in other parts of town that doesn't have water. You know, we are looking at other areas as well, notably Telephone Road, East River Road, Brighton Henrietta Town Line Road.
Brighton Henrietta Town Line Road doesn't have.
I keep doing that. Rush Henrietta Town Line Road. There's a couple others that don't have water, although they currently don't have any houses on them. So I don't know that we'll bother to run water down those. But there are a couple on the east side of town, Tobin and Williams, I think, that do have some homes that are currently on wells. So we would probably, you know, basically we'll prioritize them and get as much done as we can.
Are they zoned industrial? No,
They are not.
that's
right.
my next question.
No, yours is the only one zoned industrial,
Which
which
I
is
don't
why
mean
your
to-
top priority.
I'm,
This town board did not zone you in industrial, so
Yeah.
I can't.
and that's okay. Yeah, so thank you for a very thorough answer and
Yep.
insight on that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Do you mind if I still ask my?
Go ahead.
I feel
Sure.
like you answered quite a few of them, but okay. So is this commonplace for an industrial zoned area in Henrietta with homes on well water to remain on wells as, you know, the raw land is being developed? So,
To my knowledge, it's the only one.
okay, thank you. And then this one is kind of like a logistical, where would water need to come in from to bring it to our portion of Middle Road?
It would come from Lehigh Station Road and head south.
And would well, I think that already you answered that. Okay, lastly, if the properties to the south of the 90 were to be developed, where would those utilities come from?
So water can either come from Lehigh Station Road, or it can actually come from Erie Station Road. This goes back to why we're creating the incentive zoning for what I refer to as the drag along infrastructure. For them to bring water in, it would actually be cheaper for them to bring it in from Erie Station Road. So if we're unable to accomplish this through the American Recovery Plan, then what we would do is we would offer them an incentive to go the more expensive route and come this way. If they put in sewer, it makes more sense for the sewer to come this way, basically go north from there to the sewer on Lehigh Station Road. So in that case, if they put that in, sewer would go past your houses. And the way we would require that to be constructed is we would have them put a clean out at each property so that folks could attach. Typically what we do when the people are putting in the sewer, we give the residents the contact information for the company that's putting in the sewer, because a lot of times you can actually get the hookup to the sewer cheaper, essentially while they've already got it dug open and are putting the thing in, you can do it, but that's not required. You don't have to go onto the sewer, and in addition, you could have your own company come in and do it. But we typically make that connection because a lot of times it's the easiest and cheapest way for people to hook up if they're ready to hook up to sewer.
Thank you. And thank you to Bob for talking to me last week, and
You're
thank you,
welcome.
Steve, for emailing, corresponding, and Craig and Chris. Thank you.
I just want to say, been in the printing business since 1980, or related industry. And when it was discovered in 2016 that Tucker Printing was discarding their waste there, I think you have every right to be concerned, because I know what, I was working on a press. I know what kind of waste comes out of, out of the printing industry. And at the time, Tucker was owned by the largest printing company in the country, or I think in the world. And I suggested at the time from the past administration that they go after them and try to get water lines put in. And it was, I believe the answer was because the well water flowed the other way. It wouldn't be a problem. I would still be concerned.
We did have our water tested by ALS, and we had them check for what we would suspect would be chemicals.
Right.
But at that point in time, it had been years since the dumping actually happened. So I'm not a scientist. I don't know how that all, leaches and works, but
I understand your concerns, believe me.
thank you.
Well, I saw some of her dishes, and they were disgusting. Looked like old dust was all over them that you could never get off. So it is a concern, and we want to do something to help the residents in that area, as the supervisor said.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to come in and for sitting through our long meeting.
I think you should get stretch breaks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is that a resolution?
No, that's
Were
a
you serious about the hair comment?
additional discussion item, public.
I'm very serious.
You're serious about the hair?
Our neighbor Dee, who had gray hair, she had like red tinge, and her softener was not as great as our Culligan. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any committee or miscellaneous reports?
Go ahead.
Want me to go first?
Go ahead.
I
Yep.
don't care.
All right. Mike, you are going to love this information because you've
Good.
been
I
asking.
know what you're going to tell
You've
me, I
been
think.
asking me about this. The library now has 3 study rooms open for reservations, and they're planning to open up the community room for use by groups of up to 10 people starting Monday, the 17th. You can call the library or visit the website to get more information or to make reservations. And the used bookshop volunteers are taking book donations this Friday from 10 to 2 at the library. And also outdoor story time is filling up fast. So if you would like to attend, please visit hpl.org and register or get on a waiting list. So that's the library. And then the Historical Society is really happy to announce that Michael and Julie Heading, and this was a letter that was sent, is pleased to, dear Steve Schultz, they're pleased to inform you that the above referenced property was listed April 22nd, 2021 on the National Register of Historical Places. And that's Michael and Julie Heading. They currently reside at 5628 West Henrietta Road, which was the Charles E. Walker House. And so now they are on the National Register of Historical Places, and we're thrilled to have them join that.
And Mike has been doing a lot of work on restoring the house. In fact, I think his current portion of the project, so he painted all the house, and now his current project is taking the porch apart, replacing any deteriorated boards, sanding and painting the railings, and essentially putting the flooring back and restoring it. So he's putting in a lot of effort. He is a framer by trade, so he has a little bit of advantage over most homeowners, but he's been putting in a lot of work on getting that house restored.
And one of the benefits to him being on this is that the owners of the income producing properties may qualify for federal and or state income tax benefits. So there's some good benefits to being a historical site or historical designation. That's it.
Next.
Millie?
Well, I think the big thing is that there is a school Board of Education vote and budget vote coming up on May 18th. The vote will take place from 6:00 a.m. to 9:00 p.m. in the senior high school gym. So in the past, it's been in the transportation center. This year, it's going to be at the senior high school in the gymnasium. The bottom section there. They feel that it's a larger area and can accommodate COVID protocols a little better. For the school board, there are 3 positions up for election and 7 candidates that are running.
Why are there only 3?
Thank you.
Well, there was a recent decision by the school board's commissioner to reappoint a board member, Doug Rivers, who had been inappropriately removed, and he's now been reappointed back onto the board.
Thank you.
From the Parks and Recs, I had the 2021 Henrietta Youth Hall of Fame inductees will be recognized this Saturday and Sunday. Congratulations to all of them again. Registration is now open for the Memorial Day Reverse Parade, which will be held on Sunday, May 23rd between 2 and 4 at Veterans Park, Memorial Park. When you need to register, and just please register only the driver. So we need to know how many cars, not how many people actually. So Also, the rec center will be closed on that day at noon. Registration is now open for the RH Kicking Hunger 5K. This event is both done in person on Saturday, June 5th, and virtually the weekend of June 4th through the 6th. All the proceeds go to Kicking Hunger 5K to support the food pantry. So you can register by runsignup.com. In the Recreation Department, registration for all summer programs except the Summer Smart Playground program is now open for residents and will be open for non-residents on May 17th. Information for the Summer Smart Playground program will be posted online in the Parks and Rec brochure on May 17th. Registration for residents is on May 24th. The Recreation Department is accepting applications for counselors for that program. Go to henrietta.org/jobs. And then one final thing, the patio at Baldwin's Cabin has been covered. That was done by RH Rotary Club and the Henrietta Parks Department. So I want to thank everybody for completing that, covering that project up, that rear patio.
Great, thank you. Rob?
Well, if I was going to say anything, I'd probably steal some of your thunder, but I went to the State of the Town address today and it was very interesting. It's always interesting and it's always reaffirming to some of the things we talk about on our board and some of the plans we have for the town. So I really enjoyed it today. Great job.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Is it, and on that note, I was still traveling, I was doing some traveling, and is that posted online?
We will be putting up the PDF, and I believe we recorded the broadcast. Is that correct?
YouTube is up now.
YouTube is up now.
Sorry, I wasn't able to attend.
No problem. And I will note that at that same presentation, we recognized Emily Martini, Parker Hoyt, and Lacey Hartman, who were the recipients of the William J. Welsh Scholarship, Memorial Scholarship, awarded annually by the Chamber of Commerce. Again, three very, very deserving students, and look forward to see what they do moving forward in life. So when you just look at the stuff our youth is doing, it gives you a lot of confidence for the future of this town. So, anything else? And hearing none, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Hearing no objection, meeting adjourned.